I'm at the park. I came out with the Spark and I came out with the goggles. I have yet to really get a good flight with the Spark and the goggles together. I know I said I'll shoot a video about how the Spark and the goggles work together. Just been busy and haven't been able to get around to actually shooting that video. So today I'm out. I'm gonna shoot a video about the Spark and the goggles, and I'm going to tell you something. Some of you may already know it, some of you may not know it. It's a CP. So in one of my previous videos, if you didn't see it, it was called Some Issues with the Spark and the Goggles. I put a link in the, up here somewhere, and I was talking about how when I connected the goggles to the Spark, the phone disconnected, which is apparently what it's supposed to do. But the issue that I had with it was the fact that when the phone disconnected, you only got about 50 meters out, 30 meters high. And that's from a previous firmware update where if you don't connect to a phone or a device, the drone won't fly that far away from you. I went online and some guys had posted in forums that there was a workaround, and I actually, through many hours of searching on Google, I actually found the instructions on how to get the Spark to fly further with the goggles on. I'm going to walk you through it right now. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use my iPhone because it's quickest to connect to the Spark. And what you have to do is you have to boot up the Spark as if you want to fly with the iPhone, and then plug the goggles in. So I'm in the park right now. I don't know if you can see this. I'm in a nice big field here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this to see if it actually works and see what distance I can get with the Spark and the goggles. Now, when I originally did this, I can confirm that it only flew 50 meters away and 30 meters high. I was trying it out in around my apartment complex, and it didn't go. If I could see it, it's right in front of me.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
And that's what you're listening for. You're listening for your phone to confirm that your home point has been updated. Once you've done that, the connection between the Spark and the phone have been, I guess, authenticated. So now it knows that you are actually connected to the phone. And I think what I was doing in the previous video was I was just connecting my goggles directly into the remote before I connected to the phone. And when I powered them up, it shut the phone down. So let me get the goggles out. Let me get a cable here. If I got my cable, my OTG. And what I did was, because my OTG is a little bit loose, I got to figure out a way to hold that in. I might actually have to invest in the DJI OTG. But what I also did was, what I also want to try is someone left, I think his name was Roger Miller, someone left a comment saying that what you can do is you can buy, for your iPhone, you can buy an HDMI connection that goes from your iPhone directly to the goggles via HDMI. I want to find that cable and try it. And I also want to see if they have one or an adapter for the Android devices, because that would eliminate the use of the OTG plug. And I'm often getting disconnects when I don't know if this is too loose, because it's not. This plug in the back is more like a USB-C. It's more rectangular than shaped like a, I don't know, almost like a trapezoid, like this plug is. And this rattles around a little bit, if you can see that moving around in there. And when I'm messing around with this, I often hit it with my hand and it disconnects, but it reconnects back and there's no problems. But I want to see if there's a better way of connecting this to this. I do not like the cable because the cable is very easy to knock out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power up the goggles while they're sitting on the bench and not actually plugged into the drone. I am connected and I'm ready to fly. I don't know if you can see that. Goggles are booting up. Okay. It's like we're in a toilet seat on your head. Alright, everything's all good with that. those nice and tight. Okay, so let me find a little takeoff spot here. I want, just in case I got to return to home this thing. I'm underneath some trees right now. I don't want it to come back and land in the tree. Hopefully I won't have to use that, but like I said, let's get it started and let's get a flight in. Alright, let's see how far it goes. If now that I'm connected to the drone, let's get the goggles plugged in. Phone's still connected. Alright, I am connected to the goggles. So because I'm disconnected from the phone, I gotta look through the goggles to see how far I can get. I'm gonna just try to take it out across the field and bring it back and see if I get out of that 50-meter mark, which is about what 150 feet. Gets out 150 feet. I know it works. Alright, let's go for flight. Alright, so here we go. Alright, not bad at all. So I got it out to about 400 meters. I can't remember right now. That's one thing about the Spark. The battery life is just so short. I mean, I only took it right across the road here, maybe a little bit further than right across the road here at 400 meters. But got it out and got it back, and before I knew it, and this was a freshly charged battery, I'm already out of battery. So that's one thing. That's one of the reasons why I don't like doing long range flight with the Spark. It's just so short of a distance when it comes to the battery. And right now it's dead calm out here. If there were any headwind going into the direction of the Spark, it would not have made it back. I mean, it probably would have went into critical return to home and then flew its way back, but I was able to, knowing there was no wind and having it in sport mode, I was able to fly it back pretty fast. And it might have actually kind of lost a lot of battery time too, because I clicked it into sport mode to bring it back to me. But I mean, like I said, I only got it out to about 400 meters. Battery was into 30% from a freshly charged battery, and then I got it back at 6% battery. So conclusion is, if you follow the steps that I found online, where you connect the phone first, let the drone and the phone communicate with each other, you'll hear home point has been connected, or home point has been updated. Then you plug in your goggles and you should be good to go. The head track flight seems to work. I just have my gimbal, I have my head tracking yaw rate turned way down, so it took about 3 seconds for it to move 1 inch, and all of the other features work. So if you're asking me my opinion on whether or not the goggles and the Spark are a good combination, this is just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I would not go out and buy the goggles just to fly the Spark by itself, because the Spark is meant to be this little quick, easy drone that you can get out and do quick footage with. Like I said, it's not even meant for going long distances, because the battery wouldn't last you. Like, I took the Mavic out distances that I don't want to say on camera when I travel with it, but you know, the Spark is meant to be something that's quick and fast. You get it out of your pocket, you launch it, you get the 5 minutes of video that you want or need, and then you bring it back and you land it. When you add in the goggles, having to plug in the goggles, wait for the confirmation, it's just not a good combination. I think if you want to, you know, get the Mavic and get the goggles and then have a Spark as a kind of an accessory or a secondary drone, yeah, they work together. But I wouldn't go out and spend $550 or $450 on the goggles. I probably would just go get an app and use a pair of VR goggles to get that FPV experience. So hopefully I answered all your questions. If you got any other questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.